Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Quarantine Bunker Studio. I'm your man in Japan, Jay Contra, and we're going in to the Hard Off in Shingu, outside of Fukuoka City. Filmed this a couple months ago. If this is your first time watching a video like this, I will be going through the showcase at this particular Hard Off and giving what I know in terms of knowledge of prices and the actual games themselves, if they're worth playing, if they're worth buying. Let's just kick it off. We've got some very interesting Famicom games right off the bat. We've got Spartan X in the center left going for $20. Again, these should be prices after tax, and the yen is right now about 108 or 107, right in the middle there, yen to the dollar. We've got Salamander there in the beautiful blue translucent cart. That I can't see because the price is obscured. We've also got a game I don't recognize on the top right. Then on the bottom left, we've got Punch Out for about 2,400 yen. That's about $24. We've got Sweet Home. I don't know what that is. Then we've also got Chuka Daizan. I don't know what that game is either. Moving along, we've got SDF on the top left. We've got Dragon Ball Z Hyperdimension going for $25. And then we've got the original Famicom release of Popeye. So what you should know about this particular cartridge is that the original run of Famicom games in 1983 and probably the first bit of 1984 came with these beautiful retro, almost 70s looking cartridge designs where they've got that little like valley and mountain. That was the original design, and then I don't think this was the case for Popeye, but definitely for like Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong Jr. They were eventually re-released. They all of the games had this same pattern, but they had different colors. But then in like 84 and 85, they ended up getting reprinted with better or newer artwork. So this is an original. This game is now 37 years old and it still works. That's absolutely mind-boggling. $25 seems a bit pricey. Popeye, it's not like it's a very sought-after game. Maybe $5 if you find it somewhere else, at another specialty store. Not 25. Then we've got, what is that? Burrow Fighter? I'm sorry. Oh, no, Bri Fighter. That's what it says in the katakana. That's going for $30. We've got Kinnikuman Muscle Tag Match going for $30. And then we've got a complete in-box copy of Pac-Man, the second Namco game that was released for the Famicom. I know that because I think it says '02 in the top left of that box cover. Very interesting that the Namco games had like their number, like they were this part of a series or whatever for the first however many games that came out. And this copy of Pac-Man is going for $30 complete. What do we have next? Oh, and that SDF going for $40. Okay. All right, and then we've got on the top left Super Pang going for $60. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Warriors going for $30. That's a game I've often seen but have not played yet. Then we've got Super Castlevania, what is this, Castlevania 4, going for $38. Wish it was $20 or $25. Then we've got R-Type 3. Or is it R-Type Delta? No, R-Type 3. Yes, I can tell from the Roman numerals on the price label. $50 is actually not a bad price for R-Type 3, so that could actually be worth buying. Now, the Contra Alien Wars on the bottom right for $38, that is way too expensive. It's not that hard to find a copy of the game. Maybe this is so expensive because what has happened to a lot of Super Famicom games is, depending on the serial number or whatever, there are different backs to these games. So Super Famicom cartridges come in halves. There's the front half and the back half of the cartridge. And it seems that what happens is the back half of a lot of cartridge over the years, either due to like fire retardant or sun damage or whatever was in the material of that plastic, it just tends to yellow. So if you can find one that is the perfect gray, then that can add to the value. But still, if you just want it to play, $38 is way too expensive for a copy of Contra for the Super Famicom. What do we have next? We've got Rockman X3 in the top left going for $36. Like, no, not even at Mandarake will it be that expensive. Like, it's maybe a $20 game at most, even in Tokyo. Then we've got Mickey's Magical Adventure 3. That's going for $38. We've got Turtles in Time going for $70. Didn't we just see it for like $30 in the last video? So maybe it's just in better condition. Maybe that's why they're pricing it so high. But even still, $70 for a good condition Turtles in Time? No. Then we've got another copy of Super Castlevania. We've got Olivia's Mystery. Never heard of that one. That's a Valtron game going for $30. And then we also have a Band Presto. That's going for about $30. My apologies about that. Just had a little tiny earthquake. You get used to that when you're living in Japan. So continuing on. I don't even know where I was at. Oh yeah, so we were talking about the Band Presto game. I've seen that around. It's going for $30. Never played it. Perhaps it's interesting. For $30, I would certainly hope so. What have we got here? Oh, okay. Yep. Some more good stuff. We've got that PC Engine game. What is that? Dragon Fighter going for $20 for the PC Engine. We've got Ragi for the Neo Geo CD. $55. It's a shooter. It's like $55 is not terrible. Then we've got Rockman 5 on the far right. That's going for $25. That's a bit pricey. It's Rockman 5 is not super hard to find. I wouldn't pay $25 for that. On the bottom right, we've got the red. That should be red. Yeah, Red Dreamer. That's going for $20, and it's got the nice protective case. We've got Gundam Wing. That's what was that? Endless Duel. That's a really fun 2D fighter where you just control mobile suits. I don't think there's a ton of story to it, but yeah, it's really fun. I can't see a price on it though. Oh, maybe that's a $30 one. Yeah, to the right, because they flipped it upside down for some reason. It's so weird. Like, okay, yeah, I've talked about this before. Then we've got a Falcom, excuse me. I don't recognize what it is though, but it's going for about $30. Why put the cartridge in upside down? Maybe they were busy. Maybe they just needed to get it in there. Next, we've got a very sun-bleached copy of Super Mario Bros. For the Game Boy Advance. In Japan, they did a huge swath of re-release of the popular games for the Famicom. I want to say it was in the early 2000s. I'm guessing it was sort of like a 20th anniversary kind of thing, where they released these cartridges that had the ROM of the original Famicom game. And I guess that's the way that you actually would play Metroid in Japanese, because you didn't get a cartridge version of the disc system copy. And this one's going for, what is that, $15, I want to say. Then beneath that, we've got the Super System Card version 3 for the PC Engine. This is, I believe it's the card you need where if you had this is if you did not have a Duo. This is if you had just the regular CD system and you needed to be able to play the Super CD 2. I think all the different CDs for the PC Engine are very confusing to me. But this is, I think, with this card you will be able to play the full library, except for the arcade CDs that eventually came out. But everything before the arcade CDs you can play with this card in your system. Then next to it, we've got Riding Hero for the Neo Geo CD going for $50. We've got Knight Rider Special for the PC Engine going for $27. Above that, we've got a Newtopia game for the PC Engine going for $28. And it's not the Newtopia, but I can't read that kanji sideways. And then we've got Sonic Riders going for what also looks like $25. Yeah, I know one of the expensive GameCube games is it's like Sonic Delta. I can't remember the exact title of it, but it's getting really pricey for the GameCube. Not that GameCube games are prohibitively expensive. Next, we've got Masuru Champion going for $24. I've never actually seen that. Must be pretty uncommon. Then we've got Super Mario Land 2, the 6, what is that, gold coins. That is $20 complete in box. We've also got Sailor Moon Other Story for $30. That seems a bit pricey. Don't think I would not personally pay that much. Might be able to find it cheaper elsewhere. Then we've got Bonk's Adventure 2, PC Genjin 2. For the PC Engine, I cannot tell what the exact price is on it, but that actually gets pretty pricey. All the PC Genjin games are getting pretty expensive for the PC Engine. And then we have the, what is that? Torae no Michi. I can't see a price on that either. But yeah, PC Engine games would love to get into the PC Engine. Whoa, hold on. We got some really, really heavy hitters here. Excuse me. We've got Twin B. Was that Rainbow something? Can't tell behind that price tag. More of one of the uncommon Twin B games. Then we've got Mickey's Magical Adventure. That's $60 complete in box. We've got Wild Guns on the bottom left for $380. Now, maybe if it's in really good condition, it might be worth that price. But to be honest, I could go to Mandarake, buy one that has a single unnoticeable scratch in it, and that would cost me about $200. So no, I would not pay $380 for Wild Guns. Then we've got Sonic Wings there in the bottom center. That is going for $60. That is not actually a terrible price, especially considering that the English or the NTSC America copy can go for like what, $300 loose, and even in Japan, like I've seen it go for $80 sometimes. And to the right, we've got Game Boy Donkey Kong going for maybe $15. I can't see it because of the crease in the price tag. So we're going out of the showcase and we're going into just the complete boxed section. We've got some pachinko games, a lot of pachinko games. They're going for $3 a piece. If you're interested in pachinko games, more sports games, we got a Captain Tsubasa 3 on the left going for $25. We've got Yoshi's Cookie there on the right with Space Invaders on the left. That Zero Champion was going for $20. Okay, hold on. What is that? We've got Super Mario Kart in the center going for $10. It is... Oh no, it has something, but I can't tell, and even when I look closer... Oh, okay, so it's saying in Japanese that the cartridge has been written on, so I'm assuming that's why it's a lower price. Although $10 is not terrible for Mario Kart, I would normally expect it to be about $15 if it did not have someone's name written on it. On the right, we've got a copy of Lion King in the box. However, it does not have the manual, according to the label, to the note. And then we also have Crayon Shin-chan going for $5 complete in box. We've got, whoa, look at that copy of Romancing Saga 3. It has been through the ringer. Something, yeah, it was, I wonder what happened. Like, it's obviously been, like, sun bleached. You can tell from the sort of the shift from the beautiful colors in the center. I wonder what was blocking it in the middle. Probably like a Famicom game, if I had to guess, was probably hanging right in front of it. $7 for a bleached copy. I would pay $7 for a good mint copy of Romancing Saga 3. Then we've got Nice de Shot going for $3, I want to say. And then to the right, we've got what looks like a Famicom game that you can use with the Family Fun Fitness Pad going for $15. What was it? Meiro Dai Saksen. Interesting. I never heard of that game. Moving on to the right, we've got some more games. We've got Dragon Quest IV going for $13. We've got Deep Dungeon going for $15 and a copy of Street Fighter II Turbo going for $12. It's not that hard to find of a game. Romancing Saga 2, no manual, going for $8. We've got Zero going for $15. And what is that? Super Air Diver going for $13. I want to say that's probably not a shooting game. It's probably one of those air fighter sims, which is if that's your bag, then go right ahead. We've got Dragon Quest V for $14. Couple horse racing games. Captain Tsubasa 4 going for $12. We've got Super Mario World. How much is it going for? Ah, I cannot tell from that glare. But that's another game that I would spend maybe $15 on. Let's see. Romance of the Three Kingdoms for 20. Captain Tsubasa 4 going for 15. Oh, some big ones here. We've got on the left, we've got Chrono Trigger. The manual has some damage to it, but I can't expect it's going to be cosmetic at most if I had to guess. And it is going for $10, a fair price. And even Super Mario RPG complete in box, 15 bucks. Would love to see it for 10, but 15's not bad. And then Dragon Ball Z, what is that? Chobudoden 2 going for $15. I'd love to get some of those Dragon Ball Z games, but I haven't gotten around to playing them yet. A few Famicom games that I don't recognize. Let's see, Super Star Force going for 10. Regular Star Force on the left also going for 10. We've got what? Nazo no Mura, Castle of the Rain going for $15. At this point, I'll just try and call out what I recognize. We've got Golf on the right for 15. No, that's way overpriced. Golf is not super expensive. You can easily find it in the junk section for like $2. Got Parodius, Oshaberi Parodius on the left going for 43. Now, did we just see this in the showcase for $30? Strange. Okay. That's the thing, is that I often recommend people to not only go to different shops to compare price, but if you've got enough time, it might actually be worth just going through all of the shelves in one shop, because the price will be different on different games, even if the condition looks roughly the same. And then a copy of Zoids Sports from Konamiku Sports, excuse me. We got Ninja-kun. Got Akira on the left going for $8. It's a game I really want to pick up now that I've started noticing it. I haven't seen it until very recently. Got Spartan X complete in box for $25. Elevator Action on the right. Is that one of the shooting games, I want to say, with the gun accessory? We've got Yoshi's Tamago on the left going for $5. My voice is going to give out. Excuse me. Battle City for 20. That looks fun, but $20, I'm not sure. Mario Brothers. Wow, that is the original Mario Brothers. I think that is the original release. I've talked about the difference between the 1983 release, cartridge release, and the later release with new art. But I wonder if the boxes look different. This is $30, so I've seen these. If they're in very good condition and it's the original 1983 release, those can be very, very expensive. Collectors really want those in good condition because they're 37 years old. We've got Star Soldier going for $8. We've got Gradius for the MSX, an MSX game appearing in this Famicom shelf, going for $35. Super Game Boy. If you come to Japan, you've got to pick up a Super Game Boy. I think it's like $3 here. I've seen it in the junk section for $1. Super Game Boy, absolutely phenomenal. And you can also get the Super Game Boy 2, which is a translucent blue, which looks beautiful. And also has a trade. It has the link cable socket in the Super Game Boy 2, which is really good if you want to trade Pokemon. Oh, and then we've got, that's not Kiki Kai Kai. Oh, I really want that game. What is that? The Yokai something. That's the black cartridge towards the left, center left. That's going for 900 yen. That's actually, I've seen that in Akihabara for 900. And then look at this, a Popeye. I thought we just saw Popeye for like $25 in the showcase, and here, looking really good, and it's $10. So I don't know what this showcase wants from us. Got World Heroes there on the far right, looking for $6 or $8. Oh, got Darius Twin. Wow, yeah, Darius Twin for the Super Famicom. Really want to pick that up. I don't think I have it. Got Final Fight 2 going for $10. Absolutely love Final Fight 2. Highly recommend it. We got Bomberman 3 going for $15 outside of the showcase. We've got, what have we got here? We've got Gariusu going for $5. A track and field game going for $5. Bombuzal going for $5. And Mickey's Magical Adventure 2 going for $15. Oh, look at that copy of Seiken Densetsu 3 on the far left. That is $20 for one. I would not pay more than $20 for a complete in-box copy of Seiken Densetsu 3, recently localized as Trial of Mana, and it has been bleached by the sun. It is beyond help. Then we've got also Super Donkey Kong going for $3, Last Bible 3 by Atlas for $3, and Ys 4 going for a cool 1,000 yen, or about $10. We've got Kirby Bowl going for $5. What was that? Super Donkey Kong 3 going for like $6. Final Fantasy 5 going for a few bucks. You can find it for $5 complete, no problem. Wild Tracks going for 800 yen. That brings me back to my childhood. It was one of the first Super Nintendo games that I ever had. Pilot Wings Bleached going for $10. Mega Man X3 going for $20. I thought we just saw that for $30 in the showcase, but correct me if I'm wrong. We've got Super Wagon Land going for $12. Let's see, a mobile suit game, a golf game. Was that Estopolis 2? Other games that I don't recognize, what have we got? Super Birdie Rush going for $5. Yoshi's Cookie. What is that on the left? It's a Mega Drive game, but I can't tell. I guess the box got flipped over. Oh, I didn't know they do that. I didn't know they had re-released the original Goemon game for the Famicom. They re-released it for the Game Boy Advance. It's going for $8. That could be good. And then we've got Asurechiku Warudo going for $4. There's just so many cool games that it's really hard to keep track of them. We've got Star Fox going for $5, Bomberman 5 going for $20, I think. Diddy's Conquest going for, well, I don't know what they're saying. It's going for $5, and then it's got a note on it written, but I mean the cartridge looks fine. Maybe it's got some writing on the back, and that's why it's a little bit cheaper. What else do we have? Up, let's go up. Ooh, we've got Legend of Mana 2, or sorry, was it Secret of Mana? Whatever, Seiken Densetsu 2 going for 500 yen. $10 if you can find it complete. It's a beautiful box. We've got a King of Monsters 2 on the far left going for $15. Astral Bout going for $3, a wrestling game, I presume. Dragon Ball game. Bomberman on the far right, Super Bomberman. Can't tell the price, the label's faded. We also have the original Goemon game for the Super Famicom going for $20. Pay a little more and you can find the box elsewhere. That's what I would recommend doing. Then we've got 2 copies of Dragon Quest VI going for 1,000 yen. We've got the Super Famicom release of Aladdin going for what I think is $12. Not terrible. Ranma 1/2. Dragon Ball Z game. Chrono Trigger Loose going for $7. I would buy the box version for a few extra bucks, but that's just me. Got F-Zero on the far left going for 800 yen. It still is amazing to me that F-Zero was a release game for the Super Famicom. Pilot Wings going for $5. And then on the far right, we've got a copy of Final Fantasy VI for the Super Famicom. That would normally be like $5 loose, $10 complete. It's extraordinarily cheap, especially when you compare it to the American version. Desert Strike going for what is that? $12. And then what is that? Chogenjin 2. That's Bonk's Adventure 2 for the Super Famicom. Yeah, and that's it. That's only actually half of the game section. I think it's the only part of the game section that I ended up filming for that particular visit. But I always love visiting that Hard Off. I've never actually bought that much from that particular Hard Off just because it's more expensive compared to some of the game shops that you'll find around there. However, if you are visiting the Fukuoka area, I do recommend going there, especially because Costco is nearby and IKEA is sitting almost right next door to it. It's got an extraordinary showcase. It's got some good games in it. It's got a wide selection of console of consoles in that shop, but they are very high priced. I'm going to check and see if I filmed the consoles. I can't remember if I did or not. If I do, that will be the next video in this particular session. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little bit about prices and what you can expect when you go into a Hard Off. This Hard Off is pretty exceptional. It's got a pretty wide and big selection of games. Not every Hard Off has this selection, but with that comes the price, which is really unfortunate in a place like this. But for now, I've been your man in Japan saying thanks for watching, see you next time, and mahalo.